Step into the deadly arena of Squid Game, where innocent childhood games become terrifying battles for survival. Every round is more shocking, more brutal, and more unforgettable than the last. Don't miss the secrets behind these lethal challenges. Like, share, subscribe, and tell us which game haunts you the most. The first game in Squid Game, 2021, Red Light, Green Light, originates from the traditional Korean children's game Magungwa Kosi Pyat Sumnida. Roughly, the hibiscus has bloomed. At first glance, it feels innocent. Players must cross a wide field toward the finish line, moving only when the giant doll calls green light, and freezing instantly at red light. But that innocence quickly turns into horror. Anyone who moves during red light is immediately eliminated, shot down with chilling precision by hidden sensors and rifles. The brightly colored playground and the doll's eerie smile create a haunting contrast with the bloody carnage, leaving global audiences in shock. Across all 3 seasons, these sudden, graphic deaths have become a terrifying hallmark of the series, etching Squid Game into pop culture as a global phenomenon and a symbol of survival horror at its most unforgettable. The second game in Squid Game, Dalgona Candy, Honeycomb, is inspired by a nostalgic Korean street snack popular with children in the 1970s and 1980s. Players are each given a thin, brittle sugar candy with a shape pressed in the center, star, umbrella, circle, or triangle, and a simple, cruel task: carve the shape out perfectly without breaking the candy. At first, the game feels like a sweet challenge from childhood, but the tension rises with every fragile crack. Failure is met with an immediate, brutal execution, turning a once innocent treat into a deadly trap. The sight of contestants trembling under pressure, licking the candy in desperation, or shattering it in despair, followed by sudden gunshots, left audiences worldwide horrified. This shocking mix of nostalgia and bloodshed became one of Squid Game's most iconic moments, cementing its reputation for transforming childhood innocence into chilling, unforgettable terror. Originating from Korea's centuries-old harvest festivals, Tug of War in Squid Game takes a nostalgic childhood game and turns it into a nightmarish fight for survival. 2 teams are chained to opposite ends of a massive rope, facing each other atop a towering steel platform. At first, the rules seem simple. Pull with all your strength and drag the opposing team across the center line. But the horror unfolds when the losing team is sent plummeting into the abyss below, their screams echoing in the empty arena before ending in a fatal crash. The game shocks with its combination of strategy, fear, and physical endurance. Players must rely on teamwork, clever positioning, and sheer will to live, knowing that one slip spells doom for the entire team. The thunder of stomping feet, the clinking chains, and the sudden, bloody drops created an unforgettable spectacle of collective terror, cementing Tug of War as one of the series' most chilling and iconic challenges. Rooted in a simple Korean street game from decades past, Marbles in Squid Game transforms childhood nostalgia into one of the series' most heartbreaking and horrifying challenges. Each player is paired with a partner, believing they will compete together, only to discover that one must eliminate the other to survive. The rules are deceptively simple. When all of your opponent's marbles by any game of choice within the 30-minute limit. What begins as a quiet contest quickly descends into an emotional battlefield of betrayal, fear, and despair. The stillness of the arena, punctuated by the soft clink of marbles, makes each sudden gunshot execution even more shocking. The game's rending emotional core, forcing friends, lovers, and allies to turn on each other, created one of the series' most unforgettable and haunting sequences. It's not just the bloodshed but the brutal intimacy of loss that leaves viewers shaken long after the marbles stop rolling. This deadly challenge is inspired by the thrill and fear of crossing suspension bridges, twisted into a nightmare of chance. Players must cross a high bridge made of 2 rows of glass panels, one tempered and able to support weight, the other ordinary and ready to shatter. Step on the wrong panel, and you plunge to your death. The tension escalates with every step as the line of contestants grows shorter and the shattered glass echoes through the arena. Each fall is swift, merciless, and often accompanied by the screams of desperation, leaving trails of blood and broken bodies below. The game's horrifying suspense and visually striking carnage became one of Squid Game's most iconic and terrifying spectacles, cementing its place in global pop culture as a shocking blend of suspense and tragedy. Based on the traditional Korean playground game, this final challenge turns innocent childhood fun into a brutal fight for survival. Two players face off on a squid-shaped court, where offense and defense clash until only one remains standing or alive. Victory requires reaching the squid's head, but here, fists, knives, and raw desperation replace playful tagging. The final game delivers Squid Game's bloodiest and most intimate confrontation, blending psychological tension with savage hand-to-hand combat. Every strike and every drop of blood reflects the character's desperation to survive and the show's grim commentary on human greed. Its shocking, rain-soaked climax, where survival comes at the cost of betrayal and murder, left an unforgettable scar on audiences worldwide, securing the series' legacy as a chilling global phenomenon. Thank you for watching. The world of Squid Game, with its deadly games, shocking twists, and unforgettable characters, has left audiences everywhere breathless. If you love diving into the secrets behind the cast and the chilling challenges they faced, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell us which Squid Game moment shocked you the most in the comments below.